Please bear with me. My mind is all over the place today. So, thank you everyone. Thank you for joining us at ISKCON Farmington Hills. I do not deserve all the glorious words that Prabhuji spoke. I was just talking to Mataji, who is he speaking about. So, that's the glory of sincere senior devotees. They always encourage by nice, kind words. So, thank you. Once again, welcome everyone to ISKCON Farmington Hills for the Sunday school for the Sunday feast program. We are very grateful. Prabhupada called this as love feast because here we come together, we hear the message of Bhagavat Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, and we associate with devotees, associate with the deities, take association, give our association, and move forward. So you could be doing so many things on a Sunday afternoon, and you chose to come here. So we at ISKCON Farmington Hills are very grateful for your time. I do not have qualification to be sitting here. There are a lot of senior devotees whom I take inspiration from, and they are sitting in the audience. Rasika Bhumi Prabhu is also sitting in the audience. My God. It's, I really don't have qualification to be sitting here and speaking, but I seek prayers from all the assembled Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis to bless me that whatever I speak is useful and valuable from the scriptures and add some value to your life. So before we start, let's go over the prayers. So we can all recite together. Since we are speaking the pure message of Bhagavad Gita, we are trying to speak the pure message of the scriptures. It's always a good idea to seek blessings from our acharyas because they are the one who empower us. So let us try to take blessings. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padkamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunatham Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Pada Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakhambitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kancana Gaurangi Radhe Vrinda Vaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhaivacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langayate gil. Yat patamaham vande Shri Guru Deen Taran Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Shri. So once again, thank you. Thank you for visiting us. Anybody here for the first time? Oh, thank you so much, Prabhu. Thank you for coming to Scott Farmington. Thank you. It's an honor to have you all. And before I move forward, anybody who does not understand Hindi at all? I know my class will not be in Hindi, but I might use some words here and there. So is there anybody who does not understand Hindi, then I'll make sure that I do not use those words. Yeah. Oh, okay, Prabhu. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So before we go ahead with the class, I have an open-ended question. There can be many answers to this question. So don't hesitate to answer, but I'm looking for a particular answer. Okay. So the question is, why did you all decide to come to temple? Or why do we come to temple? Why do we come to temple? There are so many answers. Come on. Why do we come to temple? For darshan. Yes. Anything else? For knowledge. Yes. Ashra, why do you come to temple? Why do you come to temple? Say, speak fast. Why did you come today? No? Okay. For the presentation? Okay. For the Sunday school presentation. Anybody else? Okay, let me rephrase my question. When we come to the temple, what do we want to become? What are we looking for when we are coming? What are we aspiring to become when we are coming to temple? One particular thing that I'm looking for. The most important thing that we want to be when we come to the temple. Stress-free. That's nice, Prabhu. But when I eat so much Govinda's Prasad, I get more stressed out. I'm going to put on so much weight. So no, that is not my thing. What are we trying to become? Or if I may put it in this way, all the people who have been coming in this movement, what are they? Yeah. So we are trying to become Bhakti Yogis. What are we trying to become? So Prabhu, all your answers are correct. Stress-free is correct. Knowledge is correct. So many things we look for when we come to a temple. But the answer that I was looking for, when we come to temple, we are trying to become Bhakti Yogis. So Bhakti Yogis means wherever there is a Bhakt, who do we do Bhakti to? Who do we do devotion to? If there is a Bhakt, there has to be a Bhakti is done to whom? Bhagwan. Bhakti is done to Bhagwan. So when we are coming to the temple, we are trying to become Bhakti Yogis to do Bhakti towards Bhagwan. So that, brings us to the topic for today, which is actually not the topic for today, but the preliminary thing in Bhakti. So when we are doing Bhakti, we are trying to become Bhakti Yogis. There are 9 stages of Bhakti. And we all know this, most of us know this, but we'll quickly go through. And these stages are described in Chaitanya Charitamrita. So before I continue with my class, there are 3 books that we are going to take reference from. First is Bhagavat Gita, second book is Srimad Bhagavatam, and the third book is Chaitanya Charitamrita. So these 3 are scriptures. Scriptures means something which has knowledge, which does not change. So this knowledge which is present in the scriptures does not change. And that is why we are going to take reference from these 3 scriptures, Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, and Chaitanya Charitamrita. So these 9 stages of bhakti are described in Chaitanya Charitamrita by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and it begins with Shraddha. Shraddha, which means faith. Second stage is sadhu sangha. Once you have an initial faith, you go into association of devotees. That is sangha. Like all of you have come, you all are giving association to me. I am in association of all you sadhus. So thank you. After the sadhu sangha stage, when our faith becomes strong, then devotees move up the ladder. They take initiation, or as we call diksha. Once we take diksha, our faith has become strong and we follow regulations. After taking diksha, there are certain rules that we follow, and that stage is called the bhajana kriya stage. So all those who have taken diksha, they follow 4 regulative principles. They follow certain prescribed rounds that they chant. So everything has a process, right? So after taking diksha, we follow a certain process. Now, after taking diksha, after we are in the bhajana kriya stage, comes the anartha nivritti stage. What are anarthas? Anarthas are the vices that we have in us, unwanted attachments. Can anybody give an example of anartha? Not saying it's there in you, but in general, what are the anarthas? What are the unwanted attachments that we have? Anybody? Any anartha that you think is present? I'll give an example. Anger. How many of us can say here, we don't have anger in us? We never become angry. Anybody here can say that? I want to go down to you. Whoever says I don't become angry. Okay, so lust, anger, envy, greed, pride, these are some of the anarthas. And I was just trying to read, and it came as very striking to me. Anarthas we understand as unwanted things, right? But you know what the word is used for anarthas? Unwanted attachments. So we are attached to anger, we are attached to ego, we are attached to lust. These are called anarthas. And in this anartha nivritti stage, we are trying to get rid of these anarthas. So, it is said in these 9 stages of bhakti, the anartha nivritti stage takes the longest. So, a thought came to my mind this morning after showering when I was coming out. I saw the tap, the shower, when I turned it off, it didn't turn off completely. There was still water flowing. Maybe for 10, 20 seconds, the water was still flowing. And the water kept on tap, 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 tap. The water kept on flowing. And it just popped a thought in my head that, this we can compare as the anartha nivritti stage. The anarthas, why they take so long? First of all, we are conditioned, and it's like the tap. Though we are in the process of bhakti, sometimes we become distressed. Arey, why am I not able to come out of anger? Why do I still have greed in me? Why? I'm chanting for so many years. I'm coming to the temple. I want to get rid of it, but still it's taking so long. So today morning only I realized it's like that tap. It is going down. The water first, it takes a long gush comes out. Then tap, 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 and finally. So without our realization, when we are following the process, one day will come when we will find ourselves free of anarthas. So don't get dejected. Though the anartha nivritti stage takes long, but it is happening. By following the process, we are getting rid of our anarthas. We realize or we don't realize. After the anartha nivritti stage is the nishtha stage, where there is steadiness, steadfastness. No matter what, I'm tired, I'm happy, I'm sad, no matter what, my determination to my sadhana remains the same. I am steady. It's snowing or not snowing. It's cloudy, not cloudy, raining or not raining. I have given a commitment to go and pay my obeisances to the Lord, I will go. I will chant. That is the most important thing, the biggest priority in my life. That is the Nishtha stage. After Nishtha comes Ruchi, taste. Up till now, we are doing it out of regulation. Once we get the Ruchi, once we get the taste, it comes from within. We don't have to push ourselves to go to the temple. We don't have to push ourselves to chant our rounds. We don't have to push ourselves to pray for the Lord's pleasure, not for my pleasure, not for asking something. It is for the Lord. That is the Ruchi stage. And then the nicest stage, I really wish, I can get this stage where there is attachment, asakti, when we are attached to the Lord. My Lord, I'm attached to you. I'm attached to the devotees. I want your pleasure. What I'm doing is not for me. I'm doing it for you. When will I get that stage? That is the asakti stage. Then comes bhava and finally prema. So my brother was talking to me and I was just telling him, these are the 9 stages of bhakti and it starts with shraddha and culminates in prema. And he told me, prema? What do you mean by prema? He said, yeah, you're supposed to love the Lord. And he told me, how can you love the Lord? He said, that is what we are trying to do as bhakti yogis. From childhood, we've been taught, be afraid of the Lord, as if the Lord is a master, as if he's holding a stick, ready to beat us up. Any small mistake, crack. That is our Lord. How many of us are here parents? Whenever your child makes a mistake, you go patak. Every time. Forget India, though maybe possible also. US, they'll go and complain child security, those services. So we can't do that. If we don't, and we can't do that, we don't do that. We still love our children. If as jivas, we are not so strong and so, hard on our children, you think the Supreme Lord will be so hard? Don't you think he wants our love? He's sitting there, one mistake and I'll give you left and right. No, that's not our Lord. Definitely not our Lord. Very loving, very merciful. He's just waiting for us to come back to him. He's waiting for our love. And unconditionally, the Lord loves us. I read a quote somewhere. Whenever you are feeling dejected, always remember there is one person who is there for you, and that is Krishna. That we have to always have the faith. Whether somebody is there with us, somebody is appreciating us, somebody is being there for us or not, the Lord is there. That is Krishna. And that is when we love the Lord. So that is the prema stage. And that brings us to the topic for today. The topic that I thought, we can all discuss is faith. Faith and its importance. So in the 9 stages of bhakti, faith is the preliminary stage, the first stage. So, faith is anything by which we do work. Any work we do, it is due to faith. So I was listening to a class by my spiritual master and he mentioned a very nice point. He said, it is due to the faith that we have acquired in previous life that brings us to the association of devotees in this life. So when I read that, I was like, oh wow, that means whatever I'm doing in this life will also help me in next life. Isn't that amazing? That preliminary faith is from our previous life, and that all of you have that preliminary faith, and that is why today we are all sitting in association of devotees. And because you are continuing with that faith, you are continuing with association, imagine your next life. It's going to be even better. Isn't that amazing? And so hopefully, another thing that is very important, see, faith is the one thing that separates the Jivatma and Paramatma. It is based on faith only that we are separated from the Lord. Once our faith rises, there is no separation between Jivatma and Paramatma. The separation is because of inadequate faith. So based on the faith that we have, based on that is how much progress we make in Krishna consciousness or in our bhakti. And what does Krishna say in Bhagavad Gita? Ye yathamam prapadyante. That means as you approach me with whatever faith you approach me, I reward you. Like you see in this picture, I put a picture of a monkey and you see Krishna showing his Virat room to Arjuna. So our faith can be like a monkey, dwelling here and there. One time faith on this, one time faith on this. Moving, shaky faith. Or we can have faith as Arjuna. My Lord, you are there and I will follow whatever you say. That is the kind of faith Arjuna had. So as all surrender unto me, I reward them accordingly. That is the shloka. Ye yathama prapadyante tam sathaiva bhajamiham. Mama vartmanuvartante manushya partha sarvasha. As all surrender unto me, I reward them accordingly. Everyone follows my path in all respects, O son of Pritha. Krishna himself is saying. As you surrender into me, you want Krishna 10% in your life? Okay. Krishna will say, okay, I'll come 10% in your life. You want Krishna 90%? I'll come 90%. Krishna, I want you 100% in my life. Okay. Then I will come 100% in your life. Such a nice, hope giving thing. So now let's talk a little from Bhagavad Gita about faith. Faithful and faithless people. This is a very famous shloka from the 9th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Yeah. So this is from the 9th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Anybody remembers the name of the 9th chapter? Yes, Prabhu. The most confidential knowledge. That was the second shloka that you said. Thank you. So this is the third shloka from the Bhagavad Gita. We can all recite together if your heart desires. Ashrattadhana purusha dharmasyayasya parantapa aprapya mam nivartante mrityu samsara vartmani. Anybody would like to volunteer reading the translation, please? Those who are
not faithful in this service cannot attain me, O conqueror of enemies. Therefore, they return to the path of birth and death in this material world.
Yes, so they return to this path of birth and death in this material world. If you do not have faith, Krishna is saying, you keep coming in this cycle of infinity. Birth today, die tomorrow. Birth again, die again. Birth again, die again. That is for shaky faith if you don't have faith in me. Another shloka in Bhagavad Gita, in the 4th chapter, I've not written the shloka, but if you can read the translation, it says, ignorant and faithless persons who doubt the revealed scriptures do not attain God consciousness. They fall down. And very important line, for the doubting soul, there is happiness neither in this world nor the next. So one who does not have faith, what do they have? If you don't have faith, what do you have? Doubt. If you don't have faith, you have doubt. And what is Krishna saying for doubtful people? You have happiness neither in this world, this life, nor the next. So there were two farmers. One farmer, he farmers plant, right? Crops like wheat, rice, all the crops he planted. And this farmer, the first farmer, he planted everything. Then he asked the second farmer, what are you planting? The second farmer said, no, I'm not planting anything. Oh, you're not planting anything? Why? Why are you not planting? I don't want to plant anything because I'm doubtful if this year rain will come or not. So that's why I'm not planting anything. And guess what? Rains do come. And what happens? The first farmer gets an abundant yield and the second farmer gets nothing. Is he happy? No, he's not happy. Proves, right? You're not happy. If you are in doubt, you are definitely not happy. Why be in doubt? What is doubt going to give us? Have faith. Have the conviction that Krishna is there. So another famous pastime of Srila Prabhupada, these reporters used to go left and right on Prabhupada. And Prabhupada, the founder Acharya of ISKCON, strong and bold and also mellow at times. So one time, this reporter, he asked Prabhupada, Prabhupada, you people, talk so much about Krishna, Krishna, Krishna all the time. Krishna is this, Krishna is that. You put so much faith in Krishna. What if at the end of your life, you realize there is no Krishna? What will you do? Prabhupada said, Prabhupada looked straight in the eye of the reporter and he said, I understand what you are saying. Why don't you come and see our lifestyle for one day? From morning to evening, we are happy. Morning program, we are dancing. We are eating the best of prasadam. We are singing. We are dancing. We are not putting yucky stuff in our mouth. No intoxication, no drugs, no gambling, no cigarettes, no alcohol. We are leading a clean life. Devotees are leading a clean life. They are respectful in their dealings. We are clean from the mind. We are clean from the body. So you come and observe us, how we are living. Now, you can see, all the devotees here agree, we are clean from mind and body, we are trying to live a clean life, we are respectful in our dealings. So even at the end of the life, if there is no Krishna, we have led a clean, respectable life. Agree? Everybody agrees? All the ISKCON devotees, all the devotees are leading a clean, healthy life, right? So even if at the end of the life we realize there is no Krishna, we have led a clean life. Though that is not true, there is Krishna at the end of it. But what if at the end of the life you realize there is Krishna? What will you do? So Prabhupada put the question back at the reporter. What will you do? And the reporter had no answer. Why? Because devotees, they lead a Krishna-centric life. And there is immense joy in leading a Krishna-centric life, rather than living a life which is self-centric. If we lead a life which is self-centric, there are immense regrets. So why not lead a Krishna-centric life, right? So this was the doubt of the reporter. Now the question is, what is the problem in being faithless? What happens if there is no faith? We understood faith, right? So what is the problem if we are faithless? Somebody, this question can come, oh, you are talking about faith. But what's the hard time in being faithless? So there was once a person, a little old man who came to one of these ISKCON temples. One day he came for one of the festivals. And so the devotees, how enthusiastically, when we have tasted something so delicious as the holy name, we want to give it to everyone. See, holy name, when we chant, what do devotees do? Their prime aim is chanting the holy name of Krishna. So the devotee, they are enthusiastic to give that. When I came to Krishna consciousness, came in the sense that was my first class in Krishna consciousness. And there was a person, a devotee, he told me, Mataji. First of all, I was shocked. Why is he calling me Mataji? But anyways, I understood that later. He said, okay, Mataji, this is a bottle of honey. If I tell you it is very sweet, it is viscous, it is very yummy. And if you have never tasted honey, will you be able to understand what I'm saying? No, I will not be able to understand what you're saying. I've tasted honey, so I know. But imagine you've not tasted it. Will you be able to understand how much ever description a person gives about honey? Will you be able to relish what honey is? No. Same way is the holy name. Until and unless you taste the holy name means until and unless you start chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Until and unless you start chanting the holy name, you will not relish it. So enthusiastically, devotees call, whenever they see a new person, please chant the holy name. They call out to Krishna. We will not get anything. You chant holy name, what will anybody get? You will only get. You will taste the honey. So this person came for one of the festivals and devotees enthusiastic. This is a bead bag. These are beads. Chant. And that person chanted. 6 months down the lane, he did not come. After 6 months, again the devotees saw him. So the devotees ran to him. Oh, we saw you 6 months back. What brings you back here? Have you been chanting? Oh no, I have not been chanting. Oh, you're not chanting? Were you sick? No, I'm all right. Oh, did your business keep you occupied? No, I've given my business to my children. It didn't keep me occupied. Oh, you must be having some, home commitments. No. My home is taken care by my wife. Oh, then why are you not chanting? Lagan nahi hai. I don't want to chant. There is no determination, there is no enthusiasm to chant. Why? Because there is no faith, there is doubt. So, only when there is faith can we perform devotion. Without faith, faithless people cannot perform devotion, cannot chant the holy name. So, this is the problem of being faithless. Like, how many of us from here, we go to India, we travel by taxis or cabs, right? Because we've been settled in US, so when we go back, we have to travel. Like people who stay in Mumbai or people who stay in Pune, they have to travel. Or people who stay in Delhi, Noida, they travel by cab. Anybody here has traveled by cab? And so you know what happens? I'll share one time what happened. We were traveling by a taxi, and we were going from Pune to Bombay. And I saw that taxi driver, he was driving very, very slowly. And we were like, why is he driving so slowly? And ekdam aram se he was driving the cab. And what's wrong? Finally, he stopped at a chai ki tapri, where they sell tea. He stopped there and he asked, is this the correct route that I'm taking to Bombay? And the chai wala said, no. You go back, you've missed. You'll get a V junction. You've taken the wrong side. You take the other side. And from there you go. So now my taxi driver turned back. We landed at that V junction. And then he took the other turn. And then his speed was really fast. And then I understood. Oh, see, now he got faith that now he's on the right track. So now when he's on the right track, his speed is fast. So because of faith that he's on the right track, now his speed is fast. So until and unless we have faith, we cannot move forward in our devotion. I say, dhire, 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 the gadi will go on forever. Why? Is there anybody who tells their children, work slowly? आराम से काम करो. Work fast. Hurry up and eat. Finish. Always there's a rush. But when it comes to bhakti, आराम से करो. As if आराम से करने से भक्ति हो जाएगी. कैसे हो जाएगी? How will it happen? It will not happen. Just like we have goals for our career, we have goals for our material life. Why don't we have goals for bhakti? हो जाएगी आराम से भक्ति. You will get separate time for bhakti. Nobody will get any separate time. It will not happen. So the faithless cannot accomplish this process of devotional service. That was the purport of this verse, the 4th verse that we read. And how does faith increases? Faith increases by staying in association of devotees. Like when children are there, stay with good people. She's studying well. That boy is studying well. Stay with them. Why? Because by staying with them, you will get the determination to become as good as they are. So association is the one which enhances our bhakti. So, now I have put up a slide. Anybody wants to read the topic, the heading? Yes, escape velocity. Escape velocity in a bhakti class. What is escape velocity? Anybody remembers? Long back? Anybody? Let's jolt our memories. What is escape velocity? Ah, correct. Good, Mataji. Very good. That escape velocity is the minimum speed that a moving body needs to escape the gravitational pull of any orbit. Like for Earth, it is 11.2 kilometers per second. So why have I put escape velocity here? I put escape velocity here because when we want to go back to Krishna, we need that minimum escape velocity to work towards Krishna. We do not have the escape velocity, आराम आराम से करोगे, यहीं पे घूमते रहोगे. Let's get out. Let's work with escape velocity. So we need that speed. Otherwise, what Krishna says, we read that shloka, right? Ashraddhana Purusha, what was the last line? Aprapya mam nivartante mrityu samsara vartmani. You are going to take a U-turn and come back. You will not reach Krishna. So we need that intensity, that focus, that speed in our bhakti to go back to Krishna. Without that dedication, that focus, that faith, that speed, we cannot go back to Krishna. So this another thing, faith is created by devotee association. So you see this picture? How happy these devotees are looking. And most of the devotees that you see here sitting with Srila Prabhupada, they are American bodies. Do you think these devotees had ever heard the name Krishna, had ever worn dhoti, the Matajis had ever worn sari? No. How did they change so much? And these are external changes which are visible to the eye. Internal changes we cannot even comprehend. Why did they change so much and how did they change so much? By the association of a pure devotee as Srila Prabhupada. So when we come in association of devotees, our doubts go away. Our faith strengthens and we change for the better. So you know how pure devotees function. I heard in a lecture by a Prabhupada disciple, he was saying, a very senior Prabhupada disciple, this is way back in 1970. I don't know how many of us were born also at that time. So Srila Prabhupada was sitting with a few of his disciples and he looked straight at the disciples and he said, do you believe Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead? And you know, when we are talking amongst each other, yes, we believe. But when Prabhupada is looking, a pure soul like Prabhupada is looking straight into you, is passing through the gross and material body, touching your soul. You cannot, make up or fake the answer. So everyone said, nobody could answer yes. They just looked at Prabhupada silent. And Prabhupada answered, you should have the faith that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Once you have that faith, for the very few number of disciples that I have now, in 18 days, we can convert this whole world into chanting of the holy names only by having faith that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of God. Krishna is God. Chant! Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. So by association of devotees. Now, His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj says, whatever faith we have, we have to purify our faith. We have to strengthen our faith. And how do we strengthen our faith? Faith hai jo bhi hai thoda bahut, move forward with that faith. Increase your faith. You learn one technology and stay with that technology for the rest of your life? No, na. Something or the other you do with your life. Then why not increase your faith? And how do we increase our faith? By following the 9 processes of bhakti. I'm not talking about the 9 stages. Now the 9 processes of bhakti. Anybody wants to volunteer to say the 9 processes of bhakti? It starts with Shravanam, Vishnu Smarana, Archanam, Sakyam, Atma Nivedanam. Thank you so much. Thank you. So it all begins with Shravana. When we hear, that is when we progress to build on our faith. It begins with hearing. We have to purify our faith and increase it. And that happens in the association of devotees. Now, what is the nature of faithless people? So, Abhi, you have heard also. But even after hearing, what are you doing? You don't want to commit. Unfortunate people, even after hearing all the evidence of Vedic literature from great personalities, still have no faith in God. They are hesitant and cannot stay fixed in devotional service of the Lord. Thus, faith is a most important factor for progress in Krishna consciousness. So, they are hesitant. When you are hesitant, you are not committed. Now, what is commitment? What is commitment when it comes to bhakti yogis? What are we committed to? There can be so many examples. Committed to attending bhakti vrikshas weekly, committed to coming for Mangal Aarti, committed for coming to Sunday program like all of you came, committed for book distribution, committed for the process to spread. What we will spread? Only when we have the conviction, then only we will spread something. Will you go out and say that, morning time is for sleeping, evening time is for working? Are you convinced of that fact? We work in the night and we sleep during the day. How many of us will go and spread this message? No, because we don't believe in that. So we will spread only what we are convinced of. So with conviction only we can spread the holy name. With conviction only we can spread this movement. So that is commitment. Like there are, devotees, not devotees, but budding spiritualists. One day they'll come to the temple, then 6 months no temple. One day I came, it was my birthday. So, I came to show my face to the Lord. The Lord should see it. It's my birthday. Then 6 months, temple is not for this. This is my time to work. This is my time to raise my family. This is my time to watch the new movie. This is my time to party. This is not the time for temple. So now they'll go for all these things and then they'll get kicks. Somebody said something bad, my health deteriorated, I had a fight with my spouse, the company that I was working so hard for kicked me out. And then, pain in the heart. These are all kicks. Once they get the kick, where should I go? Let's go to temple. Why? Peace will come. Peace will come, right? So, temple is not a regular thing. What message are we conveying to Krishna? I'm a shaky devotee. Shaky. My conviction is not firm. Conviction कैसे firm बनेगा? To make the conviction firm, you have to follow the process. Then we don't want to become shaky devotees. We have to become solid, strong devotees. Come to the process. We want to become fixed up devotees. So nature of faithless people, even after hearing, do not believe. Now, see, in the beginning of the class, I said there are 3 books that we are going to take reference from. Bhagavat Gita, Bhagavatam, and Chaitanya Charitamrita. So now, from these 3 scriptures, we are going to see what is real faith. So we are going to start this. This verse comes from Chaitanya Charitamrita. What is real faith? Shraddha Shabde Vishwase Kahe Sudrida Nishchaya Krishna Bhakti Kaile Sarva Karma Krita Haya. Shraddha is confident, firm faith that by rendering transcendental loving service to Krishna, one automatically performs all subsidiary activities. Such faith is favorable to the discharge of devotional service. So, what is this faith? How do we get convinced Krishna is there. This is real faith. Krishna is there. Krishna is all good. Krishna will take care of everything. I have to do my part. I have to chant my rounds. I have to follow the process. My Lord is there. He will never leave us. This firm faith has to come to us. Everybody and anybody in this world can leave us, but not Krishna. He will never leave us. We have to develop this faith. This is real faith. All the other things, when we are following bhakti, all the other branches are being fulfilled. Everything is being taken care. Krishna is good. Krishna is watching over me. Krishna is going to take care of me. I'll share an example. Um, Somebody might think, are there really people in today's world who have this faith? So I'll share an example. I won't share the names because it is related to somebody's medical health. But before moving to Michigan, we were in Illinois. And in Illinois, we had a very senior Prabhupada disciple. Prabhuji was Prabhupada disciple. And Prabhuji and Mataji used to live there. And senior Prabhupada disciples, they are old also. So for quite a few days, Prabhuji started developing pain in his throat. And the pain increased so much that he was not able to speak. Then they went to see the doctor, and the doctor did a lot of tests, and this continued for a long time, and they found there was a tumor. And this tumor was big, and not one doctor, they went to two doctors, they took two opinions. And they said the only way, is to get the tumor operated. Otherwise, Prabhuji might lose his speech. So everything was fixed up, and it was a long surgery and a difficult surgery and a risky surgery, because if anything goes wrong, Prabhuji would be paralyzed for life. So not me, but one of my god sisters, she shared this with me. So no, this is what happened when we had moved. We had already moved to Michigan. So she shared this with me over the phone. So she told me that next day was the surgery, and she went to meet Mataji. And she told Mataji, don't worry. Krishna will take care. Nothing will happen to Prabhuji. The surgery will be successful. And Mataji looked straight in the eye of my friend and she said, I know Krishna will not take care. Krishna is taking care. Can you imagine? It was a surgery for a tumor that could go wrong. The chances of success was 15%. And Mataji with full faith said, Krishna is taking care. And Prabhuji had that faith and they went for that surgery, and now comes the turning point when he was opened up. When Prabhuji was opened up, the doctors were shocked to see there was no tumor. It's not one doctor. They had gone to two doctors, and both the doctors had proven that there is a tumor. But when he was cut open, there was no tumor. Prabhuji went out of the operation theatre without getting the surgery done. So what I'm saying is not propagating faith in miracles, but I'm propagating faith in the faith. The faith that Mataji had. She didn't know there will not be a surgery, the tumor would be gone. But the faith she had, Krishna is taking care. The operation could have been done, it could have been successful or not successful. Either ways, Mataji and Prabhuji were convinced Krishna will take care. And this is not, I'm talking about somebody 500 years ago. Those devotees are still present on this planet Earth. Very fixed up, firm devotees. So while I'm sharing this is the kind of faith we learn from. This is the kind of faith we aspire to develop. So, next. Now this is real faith coming from Srimad Bhagavatam. one of the very favorite shlokas of mine and very sweet shlokas also. Yatha tarormulvisheshanena tripyanti tatskanda bhujopashakha pranopahara jayatendriyana tathaiva sarvaharanam achyutechya. What is this shloka talking about? By giving water to the root of a tree, one satisfies its branches, twigs, and leaves. And by supplying food to the stomach, one satisfies all the senses of the body. Similarly, by engaging in the transcendental service of the Supreme Lord, one automatically satisfies all the demigods and all other living entities. By satisfying Krishna, we are fulfilling all our dharma. Krishna is satisfied, just like you don't have to water the root, twigs, leaves, fruit. No, you just water the root. The whole tree is nourished. One day Prabhupada, in his class, he asked his disciples, so when you eat food, you supply food here, you supply food here, you supply food here. Disciples said, no, Prabhupada, we supply food here. Only one hole, right? But it nourishes the whole body, right? You don't have to supply separately to all the parts of the body. Then one disciple said, but Prabhupada, sometimes we have to take IV. We have to take, that is food only, Prabhupada. Prabhupada said, yes, but that is diseased condition. In healthy condition, where do you supply food? Only one hole, the mouth. Correct? So in the healthy condition, just satisfy Krishna. Healthy condition, unhealthy condition. Satisfy Krishna. Once Krishna is satisfied, everybody is satisfied. Anybody wants to share any example? This is a very easy example. Once Krishna is satisfied, everybody is satisfied. Any story coming to your mind, any pastime. Once Krishna is satisfied, everybody is satisfied. Hint, Mahabharata. Akshay Patra story. Yes, everybody knows the Akshay Patra story. Durvasa Muni coming with his full entourage of devotees, and they came to Pandavas. We'll go and take bath in the river and come and eat prasad. So we'll eat prasad. And Draupadi had already finished her meals that day. Akshay Patra was ulta. No more food for the day. And Draupadi's one quality I really admire. Whether she is upset, whether she is happy, she always prays to Krishna. And I'm upset. Oh, Govinda, hey Achyuteja, please come. I don't know, Durvasa Muni will come and curse my whole family. Please tell me, please save me. What should I do? Miraculously, Krishna comes. And Krishna says, there is one little piece there in that pot. No, Draupadi, go see. Sakha, see, there is something there. Draupadi, there is one thing. And she gives that Krishna. And Krishna puts that one morsel in his mouth. And with that one morsel, when Krishna puts in his mouth, all the devotees, the 18,000 devotees with Durvasa Muni, they are holding their tummy so full. We cannot go to Yudhishthir Maharaj because they will serve prasad, and it is a dishonor to say no to prasad. So let's go back from here only. And they all go. They basically run away. They sneak away so that they don't have to go. And Krishna saves. So Krishna is satisfied. Everyone is satisfied. Such a nice example. And now comes Bhagavad Gita. What does Bhagavad Gita talk about? Real faith. Famous shloka of Bhagavad Gita. Sarva dharman parityaja mamekam sharanam vraja aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshashami ma shucha. Abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. I shall deliver you from all sinful reactions. Do not fear. Jai Shri Radha Gopijan Vallabh Bhagwan ki, Nitaya Patit Pavan Gaur Hari ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. So after reading Bhagavad Gita, one should promptly come to the conclusion that we should give up all engagements and adopt the service to Supreme Lord Shri Krishna. Now, what does give up all engagements mean? Leave everything, come and start staying in the temple. Give up all engagements. If that was the meaning, why was this spoken to Arjuna, who was following his Varna and Ashrama? Arjuna was not a Brahman. Arjuna was not a monk. Arjuna was a Grahastha, a Kshatriya. And what does Krishna say to Arjuna? Don't fight with the Kauravas as your enemy. Fight with the Kauravas for my sake. Fight because that is dharma. And what does Arjuna say? At the end, when the whole Bhagavad Gita is spoken, Krishna asks to Arjuna, what do you want to do now? What does Arjuna answer? What does Arjuna answer? Karishye vachanam tava. I will do as you say, my Lord. That is real faith. Now Krishna doesn't come and talk to us. How do we know what is Krishna telling us to do? What is Krishna telling us to do is what Guru, Sadhu and Shastra tell us. So having faith means following in the words of Guru, Sadhu and Shastra. Today morning I was hearing the Bhagavatam class by His Grace Vrindanath Prabhu. Such a nice, Prabhuji, you gave such a nice class, such a powerful class it was on the holy name. What we should do, why we should chant, what is the importance of chanting. Faith means doing what the scriptures are saying. Srimad Bhagavatam talks about, in this today's verse, it was, even if you do not complete the holy name, even if it is on your tip, your life is successful. What to speak of saying the holy name every day, chanting the holy name every day. Why don't we chant? Why should we not chant? We are trying to develop faith, then development of faith means following what is said. Doing what Guru, Sadhu and Shastra tell us to do. It's already 2:04, so like 5 more minutes. Okay, so then we'll, I'm sorry. So we'll skip all this.
Go to 250.
Okay. So let's come to this slide. It's already 2:05. So following in the words of Guru, Sadhu and Shastra. So if you see in this slide, I have put up some examples of personalities who follow in the words of Guru, Sadhu and Shastra. See, my service is Sunday school. I don't do anything else but little bit here and there. So it's obvious that in my class, it will have something related to children. So if you see from these examples should spark something about devotees who are children. These are examples of devotees who followed in the words of Guru, Sadhu and Shastra. So the one picture that you see is a boy sitting amidst so many snakes. Any ideas? Prahlad Maharaj. How old was Prahlad Maharaj? Glories of Prahlad Maharaj are of 5 years old. Prahlad Maharaj was 5 years old and he had full faith in the words of his Guru. Who was Prahlad Maharaj's Guru? Narad Muni. What did Narad Muni say? Prahlad, Krishna is always there. He is there to take care of you. So Prahlad had that faith. Oh, I am there amidst all these snakes. Nothing will happen to me. Krishna is my protector. And what was the result? All the snakes gave a nice seating place to Prahlad Maharaj. None of the snakes bit Prahlad Maharaj. Then Prahlad Maharaj was, he was put in fire, right? Prahlad Maharaj, my Guru says, Krishna protects. Even in fire, even in wind, Krishna is there. Having the faith on his words of Guru, Prahlad Maharaj sat in fire, though we just celebrated Holi, right? For all of us who are from India, we know the story. Holika, the sister of Hiranyakashipu, she had the benediction, fire cannot burn. So with that ill motive, she sat with Prahlad. And what happened? Prahlad got saved and Holika got burnt. Why? Faith. Prahlad had faith. Fire cannot burn me. Krishna is there. Then he was given poison. And Prahlad's guru had said, whatever we eat, we first offer to Krishna. We offer bhoga, we eat prasad. How can prasad be bad? Prahlad offered that poison also mentally to Krishna. Now if I'm eating this is bhoga. How can, this is prasad. How can prasad be bad? Prahlad ate it, drank the poison. Anything happened? No. 5-year-old, our Shiksha Guru, His Grace Yugal Kishore Prabhuji always tells, when children are small, unzip their minds. Their minds are not so corrupted, not so filled with material things. Unzip their mind and fill Krishna in there. That thing will stay with them. And that is the reason, this is advertisement for Sunday school. So yes, that is, Krishna is, when we are small, we still remember the stories told by us, by our mothers, right? I had a very nice story that I wanted to share, but time is not. This story was told to me by my mother, and then later when I came to Krishna consciousness, the details were told. So there was a son and a mother who used to stay in a village. In that village, small village, so this boy used to go to Gurukul. In that Gurukul, he completed his studies to a certain level. Then the Guru said, now you cannot come to this Gurukul because it is up to this standard only. Now you have to go to the next Gurukul. That next Gurukul is in the next village. But that village happens to be after a forest. So you have to cross this forest and go to the next Gurukul to continue your studies. So the mother and the boy said, okay. Now, first day the boy went to that Gurukul. Now he had to cross the village, the forest. Snakes hissing, tigers screaming, leopards, all those sounds. The boy became scared. How much ever big we become, we'll be scared of wild animals, right? This was still a boy going to a Gurukul. So he became scared. Next day he came to his mother and started crying, I will not go. I am done with my studies. This much is good enough for me. I will not go to the Gurukul. Mother said, why? Why you don't want to go? No, mother, I will not go. There is a forest in between and I'm scared of those animals. What if they eat me up? I don't have anyone. Mother said, why are you worried? Why do you feel scared? Just call your brother, your older brother. His name is Gopal. What? I have an older brother? I did not even know. You never told me I have an older brother. No, you have an older brother. He will come. So when your older brother will be there, he will make you cross the forest. Don't worry. Brother, the boy is convinced. Next day he goes, as usually becomes scared. And then he remembers his mother. Call them. Gopal! Hey Gopal! Please come, I'm scared. With so intensity and faith, he calls out to Gopal. And Gopal comes. Tuck, 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 tuck. Little older than this boy. He comes. Okay, come. Hold my hand. So now this brother, Gopal, thank you for coming. I was so scared to cross and fit. Lots of talking. He crossed and Gopal puts him at the end of the forest and then he goes to his Gurukul. Now one day the festival of Guru Purnima comes and the Guru in that Gurukul tells everybody has to bring something. Guru Purnima means we offer something to our Guru as a gratitude. So everybody has to bring something. Now this boy is not so well off. He's living with his mother. All the big people, all the well-off children are bringing something, but he decides, okay, I will ask my mother to make something and offer my Guru. So he decides to go and tell his mother, and when he reaches home, he sees his mother is sick. Okay, she's sick. Next morning, I'll ask her. Next morning also, she's sick. So this boy is not able to ask anything from his mother. So now he's sad. I'll go to the Gurukul and I will not have anything to give anybody. My Guru. He remembers, oh, maybe Gopal can help me. Younger siblings reach out to their older ones for anything they need, especially when their parents cannot give. Let me try. At least that's what I see in my house. My younger one will always try to go to the older one. Can you help me with this? So, Gopal, can you help me? Even before saying, Gopal has already come with a small bowl of sweet rice. No, payasam, kheer. So he says, okay, now this is for Guru Purnima. I know you didn't bring anything. I know you must have forgotten. So take this. So he takes this to the Guru, and now all the children have brought big stuff, nice heavy stuff, bigger vessels, nice things for the Guru. And this boy is shy, taking that small katori of paisam. But anyways, he gives to the Guru, and the Guru is also reluctant. Okay, he's brought this little paisam. He takes it and he puts the paisam in another vessel. And to his surprise, the whole vessel gets filled with paisam. Guru said, maybe this was a small vessel, so then, and that katori is still filled, that bowl is still filled. So again in another vessel, that vessel also fills up. Third vessel, fourth vessel, fifth vessel, and that katori is filled only. It's not getting empty only. The Guru is bewildered. He said, what's going on? Who gave you this? Oh, sorry, Guruji, is there something wrong? No, you tell me who gave this. Oh, my brother gave this. Where is your brother? He doesn't stay with us. He comes in the forest. Really? Okay, then I want to meet your brother. So you go in front, I will hide from behind, and I will see your brother. No, why? You come and stand with me. Both of us can talk to Gopal. You don't understand. These are higher things. I will stand behind. You go and I will see from behind. This boy, his name was Mani Kumar. This Mani Kumar is bewildered. Why is Guru behaving like this? He can stand with me. Anyways. So he went and then Gopal! Hey Gopal, come, my Guru has come to meet you. Come. No Gopal. Again, Gopal, come. Gopal, come, I'm scared. But this brother is also hesitant to say, I'm scared. He is not scared. The Guru is there. Why will he be scared? With hesitation, with doubt, he's saying, come, Gopal. Gopal doesn't come. 5, 6 times he calls. Now this little boy starts crying. Gopal, why are you not coming? Are you angry with me? Did I do something wrong by taking that sweet rice? Why are you not coming, Gopal? In the Akashvani happens. Mani, I am not coming because you are embarrassing me by calling me in front of someone who does not have faith in me. I will not come in front of someone who does not have faith in me. So this Guru, he did not have faith in Krishna. He believed there is no Krishna. Krishna is an ordinary person. So there are some of us, who get the doubt Krishna is just an ordinary boy who took birth with some special powers. So that Guru was in that category. He did not believe in the existence of Krishna. The Akashvani further goes, I used to come because your mother is a pure devotee of me, and with full faith she worshipped me all her life, and with that same faith you called out to me. So I come for the faithful, not the faithless. So Krishna does not come, and now the Akashvani stops, and this boy is very sad that he troubled Krishna. But who is more sadder? The Guru. He comes out from his hiding spot and he pays prostrate dandavats to the little boy and says, it was my fault that I did not believe in Krishna. But because of you, I could at least hear the voice of Krishna. So from now on, you are my Guru. Thank you for teaching me about Krishna. So this was such a nice story that when I heard, I believed that Krishna is there. And when I came to Krishna consciousness, I learned some more details of this story. And I was thinking, see, This is the faith that we need to have. Another example from this is of Dhruva Maharaj, 5-year-old. Who was Dhruva Maharaj's Shiksha Guru? Mother. Mother Suniti was the Shiksha Guru of Dhruva Maharaj, because she was the first person who told Dhruva Maharaj, you want to get Vishnu, you go to the forest. And then Lord Vishnu is so pleased, he doesn't come, he sends his empowered devotee, again Narad Muni. And Narad Muni doesn't come like this, he comes and tests. He said, Dhruva, you're such a small boy, how will you perform penance? How will you perform tapasya? It's not possible. Go back. No, I will. Firm faith and conviction that I will do what my mother has said. Mother was the first guru for Dhruva Maharaj. So my obeisances to all the mothers. We are our first guru to our children. Obeisances to my mother also. They teach us and they bring us closer to the Lord. It is a duty of a parent. When children show firm faith in the Lord, we should become happy. So with that firm faith, and what Narad Muni, he even gives the mantra of Satyo, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. And what Dhruva Maharaj does, in 6 months, he sees Lord Vishnu eye to eye. That is the mercy that he receives by following in the words of Guru, Sadhu and Shastra. And third example, you see this picture here, 3 deities, that is from Chaitanya Charitamrita, that is Advaita Acharya, Sita Thakurani and their son Achyutananda. So the pastime goes like this, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had taken sannyas in Katwa from Keshav Bharati Maharaj, and Advaita Acharya was in his house, and this Achyutananda was 5 years old. 5 is a special number, 5 years. So 5 years old, Achyutananda was in the house, and a sadhu comes. Sadhus used to come, and when sadhus come, what do? We offer prasad, we offer some Lakshmi. So Advaita Acharya says, Sadhu Maharaj, please tell me, how can I serve you? Okay, what alms can I give you? Please take this prasad, take a seat, I'll serve you prasad. No, I don't want prasad, I don't want money. I want you to answer one question. Question I'll answer later on, please take prasad. No, you want to give me something, answer my question. Okay, Sadhu Maharaj, what is your question? I want to know what is the relation between Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Keshav Bharati Maharaj. Now, Advaita Acharya is confused. He's thinking there are 2 ways to answer this question. One is the material way, one is the spiritual way. Spiritual way is, who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Supreme Personality of God. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is none other than Krishna in the mood of Radharani. So, Supreme Personality of Godhead can have a guru. Dicey question. Yes, Supreme Personality of Godhead in one sense does not have a guru because he is the guru for everyone. But in this material planet, in this Leela, he has a guru, and that is Keshav Bharati Maharaj. So Advaita Acharya is confused, and then he decides, okay, let me answer this question from the material perspective first, then we'll go on the spiritual aspect. So he says, Keshav Bharati Maharaj is the guru of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. When Achyutananda, who was playing, hears this, he comes running and he starts screaming and he starts loudly saying, Father, what did you just now say? You are completely under Maya. Did you just now say that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has a guru? The guru for the whole world has a guru? What are you talking, my father? I could not believe my ears that I'm hearing this from your mouth. With that faith and conviction that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, 5-year-old Achyutananda comes and talks to his father like this, and Advaita Acharya is all tears and he's so happy from within. See, we parents, when we become happy, When our children get great grades or do something great in national exams, merit scholarships, or some performance, this, that is good. But what is the ultimate happiness when our children show faith in the Lord? We are taking time to develop that faith. But if our children can develop that faith at the age of 5 years, should we be happy? We should be so happy. That is, the song is there, right? Dhanamora Nityananda. That's the biggest treasure that we can have when our children are showing faith in the process, faith in Guru Sadhu Shastra. Advaita Acharya starts crying, and seeing Advaita Acharya, that sadhu who was there, hearing the words of Achyutananda, he pays prostrate obeisances to Achyutananda, and he says, as the Father, so is the Son. Full faith on the Lord. We know it was because of Advaita Acharya's prayers that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu descends. So how glorious is our parampara. And that very moment, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu walks in. And when Achyutananda sees Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sees Achyutananda, Mahaprabhu embraces Achyutananda, holds him, and Mahaprabhu is crying. It's like almost Mahaprabhu with his own tears, he is bathing, he is doing the abhishek of Achyutananda. So, by following faith in the words of Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra, this is the mercy that all these three devotees received. So, just some examples. So now having faith in the words of Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra, we need to work on it. What is the first thing that we need to? The preliminary thing. You want to say something? Very good. Say the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So I beg all of you, please be merciful on me and pray for me that with this firm faith I can develop on the holy name and chant, and we all pray to the Lord for each other, make progress, work towards pleasing the Supreme Lord and perfecting our life by following in the footsteps of Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. So thank you so much. Sorry I went over time. Any corrections, feedback, comments, please let me know. Please forgive if I said something wrong. I concocted something. I do not have realizations. I'm seeking inspiration from so many of us here, present here. So, please bless me.
SriGaurangi Mataji.
Very quickly, Mr. Radhan, who's here, who's sponsored today.
His divine grace is Srila Prabhupada.
Can I just have one very quick, our very dear devotee, Srigamani Mataji, she lost her father yesterday. Today she left for India. So can I request everyone to please chant one time Hare Krishna Mahamantra and offer the mercy of all the involves and blessings to the departed soul on behalf of everyone. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. It's amazing when she does a lot of service, especially all the people are going to receive it from Lordship. It's under her guidance. So please keep her father in your prayers as Hare Krishna. Prashadam is all these activities.